My arm is aching. No matter what I say at the start of a video, if I'm wearing this dumb fucking hat, then it's like whatever I say is gold. My arm, this arm is aching. So that's why I'm recording this video right now. I was planning to record, or at least start recording this video tomorrow, but right now I was sitting here and my arm is aching and I'm like, I need to do something to take my mind off of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch One Piece, which is gonna hopefully do a great job at taking my mind off it. So this is episode, what episode are we up to? 270, yeah, 270, 271 and 272 I believe we're doing today. And I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I mean, look, in the last episodes, we had them still making their way through Enies lobby? I'm trying to get the pronunciation right, and if I'm not, I don't care. I've been calling it Enis lobby, but I think it's Enies lobby. However, I still might call it Enis lobby, and you're honestly just gonna have to deal with it. I'll try my best, but you might have to just put aside any of your what you want for accuracy out of the name, just because for me Enis lobby like rolls off the tongue, it sounds good. I don't know, maybe we can talk to Oda. You know, like maybe I'll have a chat with them, see if we can get that changed. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna jump into this episode. It actually hasn't been that long since I watched the last 4 episodes. I think I watched it like a couple days ago, and in between now and then I got very drunk. This morning I had a wicked hangover, so I'm still like a tiny bit recovering from that, but not really that much. So I'm excited to get into this because I remember where we left off was Luffy and Blueno sort of came face to face, so we might get a Luffy Blueno battle, which would be pretty sick, I think. So yeah, I mean, let's not waste too much time. Let's get in to One Piece. Hey, listen, before we get into One Piece, support the video if you can, support the channel. Comment down below. I love reading your comments. Make sure to leave a comment on this video at any point during the video. You can do it now, you can do it later, you can do it now and later, you can do it at the end of the video. I don't care, but I love reading your comments and it helps support the channel, so make sure to do that. And if you're a big fan and you want more episodes of One Piece and you want to get ahead right now, be ahead of all those other losers, it's on my Patreon account down in the description below. There is full-length versions of the reactions. It means you get more Jent for your buck. I mean, you spend bucks, but you get so much Jent. And also early access, so you can get at least 12 episodes or so ahead on my Patreon account right now. I mean, it feels like we're so far ahead on Patreon than YouTube. Every time I go to upload a YouTube video of One Piece, I'm like, wow, my YouTube channel's only up to here, and I know all of this stuff. So the comments, when people leave comments, like sometimes people were leaving comments and they're like, hey, by the way, you got all this wrong and stuff, and I've been saying it wrong for 12, 15 episodes at that point. So yeah, anyway, One Piece, woo! Here we go with episode 270. Okay, this is a recapped Rubik's moment. If you are new to this channel, hi, welcome. Hope you have a great time. And this is a Rubik's Cube that I do while the recap is going on. I try to beat the recap as best I can. And hey, if you are new, I hope you have a great time on this video. Alright, that's cube 1 done. Now I have 2 cubes these days. I don't know if I can express to you guys how bad this cube is that I'm using here. It's so stiff. I hate the colors. The stickers are peeling off. It actually kind of hurts to use the cube because of how stiff it is. And that is the second cube done. 2 cubes finished in 1 recap. And I'm telling you right now, it wasn't because I was fast. Oh, he got get that? Don't look, that's... I saw the big verses, but it's gonna say Luffy versus Blueno. Obviously, I mean, unless they actually cut away from that, which I don't want them to. But that is always a possibility. That's true. Trust him. Trust not Luffy, Usopp. Oh, that's one of my favorite illustrations of Chopper yet. That like angry face he did for a second. Okay, now we're showing him. Okay, never mind what I said last video. I was like, they're saving him for an awesome moment. He's hiding in a in a thing. That's awesome. Cool animation there. I just realized he's hiding in the hair of the giant. Oh no, soggy boots. Oh no, giant's just crying. It's like Alice in Wonderland. El Buff. Yeah, I kind of remember El Buff. Yeah, yeah, we learned about that in Little Garden. We know Broggy and someone. Are we gonna get backstory on this giant? We are. This is technically recap, right? But it's recap from so long ago that this kind of helps. But we're adding new context to it now. Damn, so this ties directly into Little Garden. Wow. But that's a lie, right? Government are lying to you. So we're gonna get the giants on our side then? He took off his mask. Yeah, they're still out there. Broggy and what's his name? Dory and Broggy. Yeah, that does mean you kind of wasted 50 years. Damn, it's really cool that they're tying in Little Garden stuff to here. Yeah, hey, if you're gonna get the giant on your side, Usopp's actually a good guy to convince you. And he knows about lies as well. Therefore, you should help us take down the government. Oh my god, Usopp! The fuck is going on with you? I really thought we'd get the Luffy and Blueno fight in this episode, but maybe not. You got it, Chopper. You got it. That's your job. Animals and healing. Aww. Is he gonna push through it? Oh, what's he saying? Aww. Oh. That's a good monster scream. It's like Godzilla, man. Aww. Alright, we're down to 1. Here we go. Is there even time in this episode for this? Like to start this even?
米国170以上の勢力を誇る世界政府という巨大な組織が所有するこの島にお前たちが攻め入るということはその全ての国々に反旗を翻すことを
Yeah, it's a huge crime. I don't think Luffy cares.
お前たちをたかだか数十人あまりに小さい力だ俺はお前に凍結するだけだぞ我々の大義6式ならば
Yeah, but he can take one of you, I reckon. What was Blueno's power level? 820. Or it was 800 something. Oh! Oh! You made him bleed even through Iron Body? Oh. Yeah, baby. Nice. Damn, he's holding his own. He's just here for his friend. To be continued. Whoa, Spaceman Luffy. Okay, I basically never do this, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to look at what the episode title of this episode was. Give Robin back, Luffy vs Blueno. Okay, so it did have Luffy vs Blueno in the title, and yet there was about 2 minutes of that. There was a lot of the like I feel like the episode should have been titled based on the Broggy and Dory stuff, like Elbaf. But obviously you don't want to give that away. But apparently One Piece is bad with spoiling stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe it's a fine title because you end up not spoiling it, and it's like the most important moment of the episode, which is him saying like, hey, I don't care about any of what you're saying, I just want to get Robin back. And that's what the episode's titled after, so I guess it's fine. It's not a big deal. I don't look at the titles anyway, because One Piece titles are pretty bad about spoilers, and I know that there's times later in the series where it's like outright spoilers. I don't know what they are, obviously, but I've heard a lot of people joke about a certain episode specifically, where, I don't know, I guess the title spoils a big moment. I'm really hoping whenever that happens, it's not one of those times where I accidentally click on the title, the episode on Crunchyroll and see the title, or I'm like looking at the screen for some reason. You know, I really hope that whenever I get up to like the major spoiler ones, I hope I don't ruin it for myself, because that's sad. But it's sad that the company, like, that they do that at all. Why have anyway? It was cool having some Dory and Broggy stuff come back into play, and seeing another Elbaf warrior, and seeing that these Elbaf warriors were like have been wondering what happened to Broggy and Dory. Like, they have been hoping for them to come back, and they never came back, and so because of that, these two have been guarding Enies lobby for 50 years, and for nothing. For fucking nothing. Like, if they had done the whole 100 years, all that would have happened is that the government would have said, yeah, actually, we don't have them. And the thing is, like, the really fucked up thing about that is, like, the person who made that decision to say, hey, you have to work for us for 100 years, the person who decided to do that is probably just a person, like, just a human who knows that, like, humans don't live more than 100 years. He'll be dead by the time they have to pay up, you know? Like, I can promise you, like, hey, in 100 years, someone will be around to get your bosses back. And then when 100 years comes, like, I'm not there anymore, but I got all the servitude of these giants this entire time. It's pretty fucked up, man. The government are fucked in this show. They're really, really funky. They don't love to be very fair to a lot of people. It's like, the big thing is in this series, I think the overarching theme is, like, there were some pirates around, and then there was one specific pirate who overcame everything, and he inspired so many pirates and began the pirate era, and because of that, the government are so frightened and afraid that they are striking back disproportionately, you know? Like, there's so many pirates that the Marines go completely overboard, because it's like they, in the government's mind, no matter what they do, they're in the right, because there are so many that are in the wrong. No matter what happens, they are the ones who are stopping the pirates, you know? Like, pirates equals evil because they steal and they break laws and they kill and they do whatever they want. Therefore, we are good no matter what we do, because there are so many pirates out there. And it's really, really messy. It's fucked up. But yeah, I mean, cool that giant, like, I take back what I said about the Usopp thing, where I was like, oh man, I hope when they bring him back it's to, like, save someone at the last second. And then this episode started and he was hiding, and I was like, oh, okay, no, they did end up doing that. But the reason he stayed behind was to have that conversation with the giant, and to have, like, to talk about Elbaf and to bring it back in, and he's the right person to have that conversation. So no, I've got no problems with it. I have absolutely no problems with it. That's a good reason to keep him back and out of the fight. And yeah, that's cool. I like that, because he might end up riding a giant, you know, or two giants, you know. He might arrive at the scene with I don't remember the name of these two, but with them in tow. It'll be great. So let's move on to the next episode. This is going to be episode 271. Here we go. Recap Rubik's, baby. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, is it going to be a pretty short recap today? I feel like they're going through it relatively quickly. That would be great if it was a short recap. Whew! I completed this cube. I almost fucked it up there. I almost did. I'm not gonna bother with the second cube. I'm telling you, I won't complete it. Oh, good news. I just remembered that my arm is aching, and I hadn't noticed for a while. Hashiridase, hashiridase, dare yorimo sono sakie. Oh, okay, they tricked me there. I was like, oh, they're not gonna show the title yet, but then they did. They were just building up to it. No, we can't have another injured guy. Good dodge. Yeah, I'm not even mourning Sodom too much. I'm mourning Chopper mourning Sodom. Oh yeah? Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Okay, gotta pull the levers. Good to know. This is good. This is good. That was a good way to make sure Nami knows where Luffy is. Alright. Oh, shit! Who the fuck was that? Are you random characters we've never met before? Guilty. Yep, you're random characters we've never met before. The jury? Is that what they're called? It's kind of cool. Don't worry. No, the giant's coming for revenge? Oh, yeah, the Marines are gonna be like, yeah, they've come to help. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Sorry, Marines. Oh, shit. Well, that's huge. I mean, pun intended, I guess, but to have them on our side? Hell yeah. Yeah, they got sogeking. I said he'd be riding them into battle. He is. Honestly amazing. That's the most useful thing Usopp could have done for us. Oh, Devil's Fruit? They're giving Kaku one and Khalifa one? Oh my gosh, what fruits are they getting? Is he scared of Devil's Fruits? Okay. Oh my god, dude. Oh, you can't eat two fruits. I'm curious, what fruits are they getting? What do I want Khalifa's to be? Well, yeah, you can say that. Your Devil's Fruit makes you turn into an incredibly strong Hulk cat. It is interesting though. Do it. He's kind of winning me over that. I forgot what his name is, Kuma something. I didn't like him at first, but he's weirdly growing on me. They're doing it! Wow, that one you just eat like a banana. What happens if you only eat one bite of a devil fruit? Do we only get the negative effects and none of the positive ones? They're probably just reacting negatively because they taste like shit. Yeah. Oh, I wanna know! I'm so curious what they're gonna get.
心してかかろう。ゴム人間に打撃は無効だったな。
Smart. Ooh, cool. Oh, this is cool. Wow. This is a really cool battle. Damn. Don't get Luffy stuck. Please, oh my god. Oh! Whoa! That's a pretty awesome technique. Turns his face into a revolving door. Man, you really see just how much Luffy made it through. I mean, obviously, because of Luffy, they were able to set up their defenses a bit better, I think. Oh! Oh! He's going for it! Trust in him. Alright, cool. Okay, that was a good episode. Now, I'll have to be honest, I was looking at my phone during the outro. I just want to real quick, I mean, maybe I'll get it back up on the screen. Just want to real quick look at the fan art for this section because I was looking away. That's nice, I like it. Oh, okay, I'm glad I went back and looked. Oh, that's a cool ace. But that's such a cute Nami, wow. And then cool Sanji. Okay, yeah, good. I just wanted to go back because I love watching the outro with all of those fan art. And this time I was distracted by my phone. Okay, hey, that was a great episode. I really liked that episode a lot. I feel like it got a lot, a decent amount done, you know, like maybe I'm expecting too little from them now, but it felt like we made progress, and it gave us lots of interesting stuff that I'm very invested in. So, here's the big things for me, right? Now, if they've said this stuff before, that's okay. You can tell me that they've said it before, but for me, this feels new. They said if you eat 2 fruits, you die. Your body can't handle 2 devil's fruits. And that makes a lot of sense. Otherwise, we absolutely would have seen some of these motherfuckers would have 10 fruits out there. Like crocodile, I mean, obviously the big thing is devil's fruits are really hard to come across. But if you're as strong as crocodile or Eneru or whatever, what? Someone requested to reset my password on something. If you're very powerful like those guys are, I'm sure you can find extra devil's fruits and you'd just be like, once you've had a devil fruit, then having a second one, like if you could, having a second one would be only beneficial. Like the first devil's fruit, it's a trade-off because you're giving up your ability to swim and stuff. But your second devil's fruit, there wouldn't be anything. I mean, unless there were like extra rules for like, okay, first devil's fruit is you can't swim. Second devil's fruit is if water touches you like get, it's like fire touching you, like it burns you, water burns you. Hey, Oda, write this stuff down. The second devil's fruit is if water touches you, it burns you. Third devil's fruit is water, like water is deadly to you. So you will straight up die if you touch water, except for the inside of you, like the inside of your mouth, because you can drink water. You can still drink water and you still must, but if you ever get it anywhere that's not inside of you, you die. There you go. Oda, write it down. Those are the new rules for devil's fruit. But cool that they clarified that here. You gotta only have one fruit. Now, so Kaku and Khalifa are eating the fruit. Now, I wonder what powers they're gonna have. I was thinking to myself earlier in the arc, I was like looking at them and going, oh, it's interesting that they gave like Blueno and Lucci a fruit, and they didn't give the other two that we knew of at the time a fruit. And it was like, especially with Blueno, who's like, Lucci being the leader, it makes sense him having a fruit. But then they have these, like this other character that also has a devil's fruit, that's sort of like a side character type thing. But I think what they're doing here, and I think it's clever, is giving these two fruits now. So it's like, we've already seen that they're strong enough without it, and now they're giving them the fruit. And also, we're probably going to experience people who we fight who have devil's fruit powers who have not trained with them. They're still learning them as they go. Excuse me. And that's a really cool concept, because we keep seeing people who like with Blueno, his Zoro fruit, he's clearly tried out a bunch of different stuff. And so like the fact that he goes up to Luffy and does a revolving door thing on his head, that he's trained for that. Like, he knows that he can do that before he does it to Luffy, I assume. I don't think he's improvising this stuff. But if with Kaku and Khalifa, I imagine they're just gonna be winging it. They're just gonna go like, okay, Kaku, my power is this, and like here's something I might be able to do with it, you know? Now, what do I want their powers to be? Well, with Kaku, I don't really care, because all I care about is what Khalifa's power is gonna be, for obvious reasons. Those obvious reasons. If you're new to this channel, I'm a simp. That's it, like for female characters, so that's why I only care about what Khalifa's is gonna be. But let's see. Kaku, I want Kaku to be a Lego person. I want him to, I guess that's kind of like chop fruit, isn't it? But no, you know what? I want him to be able to twist around his nose, and that like charges up power. But he has to like but it's like a wind-up toy. So like he twists it and twists it and twists it and twists it, and then he lets it go and it'll just spin. And while it's spinning, he'll be like more powerful. But you know, it has to stop. When it stops spinning, he loses that power again. And maybe he even has like an exhausted effect. You know, like in D&D when you have haste cast on you. It means you speed up and you go twice as fast and you get an extra action, and it's an incredibly powerful spell. But the trade-off is once haste wears off for any reason, then you're stunned for an entire turn. You can't do anything for an entire turn. So that's what I imagine with Kaku. He spins it and spins it and spins it, and then as soon as that stops spinning, he'll be exhausted because of all the energy that he had to use doing that other shit. So that's what, and that can be the charge fruit. I don't know. And Khalifa, I just want her to step on me. Maybe she'll grow 100 feet tall, and it's a step fruit, and she'll. Anyway, next episode. No, let's give a legit guess. You know, I gave one for Kaku, I'll give one for her. I'm not gonna disregard her. Sorry, Khalifa. She will have a she'll have the flex fruit, which is like a flexibility one, so she can turn her limbs like any way, you know, like she can bend her elbow backwards or make new joints on her body. She can stretch her body in weird ways, and so she'll just be able to, like, I mean, it'll be kind of like Luffy, I guess, but it's like specifically not. Oh yeah, no, how would you differentiate that from Luffy? I don't care. I'm not gonna spend more time thinking about this. But that's what I'm guessing. She's gonna be able to like bend everything backwards, and because of that, she's gonna have like this very weird type of flexibility that you completely don't expect, and she's going to be able to incorporate that into her moves. There you go. Cool. So that's it. That's it for that episode. Let's move on to the final episode we're doing today, and that is the wonderful episode 272. Let's get into it. Here we go. Recap Rubik's.
Franky.
Okay, cube 1 done. Cube 2, let's see if I can do it. Oh, complete. Done. That's 2 cubes once again. What's that, a total of 5 cubes in this video done? Now I'm just doodling. The recap went on long enough that I'm just doodling in my notebook. Don't look at the title, don't listen to the title. I'm not hearing or seeing a fin. A fin. You can't see. So if you guide him, I mean, this guy's a bro. Gomora is a bro. Aww. Aww. Hey, they were accepted into the family pretty quickly. Oh shit! Are they gonna break a hole through it? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. And they were both on the same page. Can you imagine if Zoro and Sanji got along? Can you imagine? We'd never lose any battle. Great fucking job. What happened to the jury? By the way? I thought we were gonna be fighting them, but we moved past them. I mean, I'm fine if we just pass them. I don't care too much about them. I'm just curious. Whoa! Is that legit? Wow. This guy's got a complex. Oh my god, he's getting off on it. Yeah, you almost pressed it. Yeah, except the receiver's not on. Oh no. Wait, have you heard what the call is yet? Are you taunting her before you know what it is? Oh my god. You're asking the world to humble you. Oh my god. They're getting close. That's a pretty awesome shot. Oh my god, if you guys go up there and help him, that'd be cool. Although, I also kind of want him to beat... What's his name on his own? Blueno? Oh god. Oh, here's the jury again, right? Nice, Yokozuna. Alright, so they just attack and run. So that's their whole thing. That's why we haven't seen them much. Oh! Oh, nice! Took one down. Just like that. Done. Oh, hell yeah. The world is humbling you, baby. This is so satisfying. Yeah, of course, Frankie. I want to keep watching Nico Robin's reaction, though. Like, is there a bit of relief in Nico Robin right now, or is it still fear? I don't know. Yep. Open doors meant to close. Okay. Oh shit! I like what we're seeing of this Blueno battle. Oh, look at this animation! It's nice. Good shit, Luffy. I just want them to do a full episode or two of just this battle. Correct. Okay. Oh? What? Whoa! What's going on? Why? Second gear? What? Oh, I have stuff to talk about. Luffy, second gear. Okay. We're gonna talk about this because this is very important. And I've wondered, well, look, this is the perfect time to have this talk, right? People online are bad at not spoiling really cool moments in a series, right? Since starting One Piece, every single time I see One Piece come up and it's like related to anything except episodes I've seen, I will try to immediately scroll past it and not take in any information. Doesn't matter if it's a character, like just like a screenshot of a character, or the name of an episode, or the name of a fight, or like I just try to scroll. I just scroll. Don't look. Now, the only way that works is if I get at least a glance at it, you know, like just a half-second glance. But normally it's like, it's you know, I get a lot of glances of a lot of different things. I don't know what any of them mean. It's only for a half second. It doesn't matter. You might know where I'm going with this. So I know that there is something called Gear 5 Luffy. I know that exists, and I know it happened pretty recently in the anime because people wouldn't shut up, and there's so much fan art of it. Every time it pops up, I never look. Like I won't ever like scrutinize it. I won't ever like look at it for more than a second. But I've seen so many glimpses of it at this point, and sometimes I'm like, oh, what's that character? Like someone will just have it as a sticker on their water bottle or whatever. I'm like, oh, what's that? Oh no, hang on, that's One Piece spoilers. Don't look at that. But anyway, so I'm being honest with you guys because I don't want, because I like to be honest about stuff that I've seen out in the world. So I know there's something called Gear 5 Luffy, and in my head, I'd always gone, like, I tried to avoid thinking about it, but when I did think about it, it was what's gear 5 Luffy? Like, does he get something that powers him up that's like not a devil fruit? Like maybe there's a new thing that he comes across that's like a gear, and that can like power him up or something. Nope. Sounds like what it is we're watching him kick into second gear, which like maybe in the next couple episodes he'll explain exactly what he's doing, but it just seems to me he's basically like, hey, I've been training myself. When I do this certain thing, everything gets better. I'm kicking into second gear. Like I'm gonna be like twice as powerful or whatever. Really interesting and a great way, because like if you think about it, when you call something second gear, you're telling the audience there's gonna be more. Like there's not only 2 gears in a car, there's many gears. I say many because I'm trying to think how many there are, 5 or 6. And then there's reverse. Maybe he'll go into reverse gear by the end of the series. Wouldn't that be crazy? He turns into a baby. So he can kick it into second gear, and then he gets a lot stronger. I guess all of his techniques just get better. Maybe there's going to be certain techniques that he can only do in second gear, and then once again for whenever we get to third gear and stuff. That's really cool and hype. I'm so glad we hit that moment here. That makes me happy. Yeah, that's so cool. I don't know what to expect from this upcoming battle, but I kind of can't wait for it. Sorry, there's a bit of a nail that's coming off of my finger. Man, Spandam loves to taunt Robin, huh? Like, he is just an utter scumbag. I mean, I guess the good thing about him, right, is that the character is created for like the purpose of being absolutely despicable but being constantly humbled. That's his entire character, right? Like, he's despicable, and then Franky bites him. He's despicable, and then Khalifa calls him out for sexual harassment. He's despicable, then he falls over and lights himself on fire. Like, it just keeps happening. It keeps, we wait until we're angry enough at him, and then the universe does something to him to humble him. So that happened here, where he's like really digging in on Nico Robin and being like, oh, your friends are all probably dead, and let's listen to their demise together. And then he has to listen to the fact that, hey, no, her friends are fucking winning. Going back to Luffy, I just jumped to Spandam, but I'm going back to Luffy because I forgot to talk about the one thing that I really like, which is Luffy saying, there are friends that I want with me, even if they're not strong. And, like, at first, all I thought was Usopp, obviously, but I don't think it's just that. Because it showed all of his friends panning by him, including, Zoro and Sanji, and, like, these characters that are undoubtedly strong. But that's not the point. The point is, he doesn't want them to have to be strong. Like, he's not saying, I've got weak friends and I need to protect them. He's saying, I need to be the one who has to protect them. I need to be the one who is strong so that they don't have to worry about it. Zoro should not have to be strong enough to make up for my weaknesses. Sanji should not have to be strong enough to make up for my weaknesses. So what this means is that this saga has really changed Luffy. He lost to Aokiji, made himself realize that he's weaker than I'm sure he would have been on a bit of a high after beating Crocodile and Enadu and stuff, but then Aokiji comes along and he's no match for him. No match. And so he loses to Aokiji, which sets him up on the right path, and then he starts losing crew members and gets has to lose the Mary, and then makes a decision based on it, and then Usopp doesn't like that decision, and Usopp tells him, you're going to abandon me because I'm weak. And now what Luffy's doing is he's instead of trying to change Usopp, trying to change other people, he's changing himself. He's saying, no, here's what I'm going to do, Usopp. I'm going to make myself a captain that is strong enough that it doesn't matter what you're like. It doesn't, like, there's no way I'll leave you behind ever. And I love that. I think that's beautiful for Luffy's character. I think that's a great way to write this saga. It's a great way to show why Luffy's increasing in strength more, and why he's focused more on his strength lately, and why he's trying new techniques, and why, honestly, it actually might even explain why he jumps into Eni's lobby before everyone else, because, like, other than him just being impatient, he needs to prove to himself that he can do this, and so he doesn't want to fight with the crew. He wants to go and get shit done and prove his own strength. Man, this is a good show. Like, I think the first episode I watched today, 270, was like okay, but it had a lot of recap, and it was like it was pretty bloated with a lot of other stuff. But these latest 2 episodes, mwah, beautiful. I'm so happy with them. So thank you for joining me for One Piece episodes 270 to 272. Please make sure to support the channel, support the video as best you can, and my Patreon account is down in that description below, so go check that out as well. For full length and early access, oh my gosh, early access, you can get at least the next 12 episodes or so on my Patreon account right now. Where would I be on there then? I would be on like 284 or so. We're getting far on there, so go check it out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.